Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Courtney. If you're returning, welcome back. Shout out to everybody over on Patreon for their support. If you are watching this video and you have military affiliation, thank you so much for your service. Today, we are going to be getting into episodes 9 and 10, titled, hopefully I will pronounce this correctly, if not, forgive me, The Tholian Web and Plato's Stepchildren. Hope you guys enjoy this video. We do not waste time over here on this channel. So let's get into it.
The Enterprise is approaching the last reported position of the starship Defiant, which vanished without trace 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
In unsurveyed territory.
According to our instruments, space itself is literally breaking up.
We're losing power on the warp engines, and I cannot find out the cause.
Visual detection of an object dead ahead.
Great. Is it the starship Defiant? Which, I think it is. By the way, I do like that name.
We see it, but our sensors indicate it is not there.
Oh. That's the spaceship, isn't it?
Defiant.
Yeah. Yes.
I've been trying to raise them, sir. There is no response.
Mr. Spock, Mr. Chekhov, come with me. Dr. McCoy, report to the transporter room immediately.
We get everybody in this episode. Love it. Oh. All right, outfits.
Locked in on the Defiant bridge, sir.
Energize.
They must not have life support systems. Oh my gosh. Dang. Captain choked out, from what it looks like.
Has there ever been a mutiny on a starship before?
Absolutely no record of such an occurrence, Ensign.
Oh, that's impressive.
Jim, the captain's neck is broken.
Oh no. Something took over their minds and made them do this. That would be my guess.
It is logical to assume the mutineers are somewhere aboard.
Prepare to beam over a full security squad on my orders.
Oh, we're gonna lose a bunch of red shirts.
There's no sign of life aboard this vessel.
Odd.
Something's cloaking everything. Y'all couldn't even detect the Defiant.
Cancel the security squad and stand by for further instructions.
That's probably the smartest thing.
But I know it's drifting away from us. Shall I correct for range, sir?
Ooh, it is drifting.
Keep us within beaming range, but not too close.
Oh, wow. So was it an illness then? Because certain folks, their faces looks like, I don't know if it's blood or what. Yeah, he's got it on him. That one guy looked like Mr. Spock laying on the ground like the back of his head. Chekhov, you okay?
Just like what I found in life support. All dead.
Oh, it's just affecting him. Oh no. Chekhov, you better let someone know, let Dr. McCoy know you're not feeling well. Don't you bring that mess back onto the Enterprise. But considering who was in the thumbnail for this episode, it's gonna happen.
I'd say these people killed each other.
Could mental disease have infected all of the crew?
It's possible.
The best I can do is get all the readings I can get and analyze them later.
Well, whatever it is, it can get through y'all's little spacesuits. Is that guy glowing?
What the devil?
What? Are we seeing ghosts? What? Okay, what is going on?
Jim, this ship is dissolving. My hand just passed through a man and a table.
Get back up here on the double.
Yeah, y'all need to beam back up to... Oh, boy.
Mr. Scott, it's starting to disappear.
Reach the transporter room.
Oh, what's wrong with the transporter room?
You got that transporter working yet, mister?
No, sir, not yet.
Well, hurry up.
You mean what happened to the Defiant might be happening to the Enterprise?
Yes.
Mr. Scott, stand by to beam us back.
We have a slight issue.
I can't, sir. At least not all at once. I've only got 3 of them working, and I'm not sure of those. One of you has got to wait.
Mr. Spock, don't argue. Get back with the information. I'll be right there.
That's what I would have done. Of all times, the transporter conks out. Oh boy. Is the Defiant about to disappear? Okay, cool.
Energize.
They're not gonna get him in time, I feel like. Smart, Chekhov. Smart. Nope, it's gone. Wow.
Anything?
Negative.
There's nothing out there to grab a hold of and bring in. When that ship went, it must have taken the captain with it.
Yeah, that's what I came up with too.
Compute the next period of spatial interphase.
Next interface, 2 hours, 12 minutes.
That's a long time.
At certain brief periods of time, an area of their space overlaps an area of ours.
We will be able to retrieve the captain at that time, won't we?
Yes. If we are not extremely careful, we shall lose the captain.
This is about to get very chaotic, isn't it?
And I like him?
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Oh boy. Poor Pumpkin.
What happened, Mr. Spock?
He went nuts.
I was attempting to explain to Mr. Chekhov the nature of our problems in this situation when he attacked.
He seemed more angry than frightened.
Take Mr. Chekhov to sickbay, put him under restraint.
And if you remember, the people in sick bay on the Defiant, they were in restraints too.
Senator Hura is correct. There was murderous fury in Chekhov.
Y'all brought it back.
Whatever it was that drove the crew of the Defiant to murder each other could be communicable.
If we are to recover the captain, we must not move.
Are you sure that Jem is still alive?
Yes.
The captain was caught in our transporter beam. It is possible he was spared the shock of transition and survived. His environmental unit can provide breathable air for no more than 3.62 hours.
Lovely.
Mr. Spock, a vessel approaching on an intercept vector.
All right, Uhura, you're up.
Red alert. All decks go to red alert.
They've stopped dead, sir. Range 90,000 kilometers and holding.
Well, scan it. See who's on it. What in... Well, that's different.
I am Commander Laskin. You are trespassing in the territorial annex of the Tholian Assembly. I find no evidence of a disabled ship.
It should reappear in 1 hour and 53 minutes.
We will wait precisely 1 hour and 53 minutes.
Well, at least they're agreeable.
If we can only find the proper filtering agent, we might be able to solve this problem.
Oh, here we go.
Ready for interphase in 20 seconds.
You better not. Punch him. I guess that works too. Come on, Nurse Chapel. I know you got some fight in you. Jump on the guy's back or something. Or, yeah, that works too.
Lock on to Captain Kirk's coordinates and prepare to bring him aboard, Mr. Scott.
Wait, has the hour and 53 minutes already gone by? Because we don't have time to deal with this and the Tholians.
Captain Kirk is not on his designated coordinates, Mr. Spock.
Oh, great. He kept drifting.
Sensor readings are not corresponding to those we received the last time we saw the Defiant.
Possible that Tholian entry into the area has disturbed the space.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
Well, I thought you had the thing timed out.
The space was disturbed by the Tholians.
You mean you don't know whether you're going to be able to recover the captain or not?
Is Nurse Chapel okay? Is she about to be the next one?
I have confidence that you will soon isolate the cause, Doctor.
The cause is the area of space we're in. And the madness that affected the Defiance crew will soon happen to the Enterprise.
We're being fired upon.
Great. Are the deflector shields up? I don't believe so.
Sulu, divert all but emergency maintenance power to the shields.
But sir, that'll reduce our phaser power by 50%.
Did he stutter?
Mr. Spock! There's no response on any frequency, sir.
Had a feeling.
Fire.
Oh, they got a shield too, huh?
Oh? Mr. Spock.
Darn, they flipped the whole thing upside down.
I can't do a thing with the Enterprise now. She's bound to drift.
Oh, great.
I don't even know if she can be repaired.
Are you satisfied?
Very.
You should have known what could have happened and done everything in your power to safeguard your crew. That is the mark of a starship captain like Jim.
Doctor, I hardly believe this is the time for comparisons.
It's not.
Mr. Spock, something has just entered sensor range. It's another Tholian, sir. Lusky must have contacted them when he tried to intercept us.
What are they about to do?
What is that?
Okay, yeah, this is very different. Oh, wait, are they about to circle around the Enterprise or something? No, no. What's happening?
It is, however, an energy field. And if the Tholians are successful in completing this structure before we have completed our repairs, we shall not see home again.
Oh, okay. Well, we just screwed up. Oh, I get it. The Tholian Web. Okay, the title. Staff meeting, we got a problem.
A few hours ago, the captain elected to remain on board the Defiant, but as a result of the battle, we must accept the fact that Captain Kirk is no longer alive.
What in the what? Okay, now, Mr. Spock, please get down there and pinch somebody. It wasn't funny at the time, but it's a little funny now.
Each of you must evaluate the loss in the privacy of your own thoughts.
I mean, I don't think that's really fair to say to a bunch of humans, but we'll just move past it.
There is a duty to be performed in the captain's quarters, which requires our presence.
It was his order that it be reviewed by both of us should he ever be declared dead.
Oh.
The captain's last order is top priority, and you will honor that order before you take over.
I mean, how long could the tape really be? Let's just listen to it real quick. Wow, they are very intricate.
The one thing that would have given his death meaning is the safety of the Enterprise. Now, you've made that impossible.
Okay, let's stop doing the blame game.
What did you have to gain by fighting the Tholians?
I was bound legally and morally to ascertain the captain's status.
You mean to be sure if he was dead?
I have to find an antidote to the space you've locked us into.
Yeah, you do.
The antidote probably doesn't concern you. Vulcans are probably immune, so just take your time.
Like, I know this is their dynamic, but it's a little frustrating in this episode.
They'll pin a medal on your chest and give you command of the Enterprise.
Doctor, I am in command of the Enterprise.
Yeah, whether you like it or not.
I would like to remedy that situation.
Since you are playing this tape, we will assume that I am dead. And the tactical situation is critical, and both of you are locked in mortal combat.
You can say that again.
Use every scrap of knowledge and logic you have, but temper your judgment with intuitive insight. But if you can't find them in yourself, seek out McCoy. Ask his advice. Bones, help him if you can. But remember, he is the captain. His decisions must be followed without question.
Okay, see, this is good. This is good.
But you will find that he is deserving of the same loyalty and confidence each of you have given me.
The timing on this was wonderful. Because, child, they were working my nerves.
Spock, I'm sorry. It does hurt, doesn't it?
What would you have me say, Doctor?
Mr. Spock, we have a readout on the Tholian tractor field. I think we can estimate its approximate completion time.
Well, that's better than nothing.
I believe we each have our respective tasks to complete before the Tholians complete theirs.
This is our first time seeing her room, isn't it? I feel like it is. And see, this is how I knew it was going to come back on the Enterprise, because she's in the thumbnail.
Captain!
Wait, what? Is she hallucinating?
He's alive. He's alive, Doctor.
How would she have seen that?
Spock! Mr. Spock!
I have a theory. Because the Defiant is an exact, obvious, it's a match to the Enterprise, is the reason they can't find it because it's like when two things that are alike are on top of each other, it's like fused together in a way. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. Oh, here we go with more BS.
One of our crewmen just went berserk, but we have him under control for the moment.
The only reason I had that theory too is because they can't move with the Tholians creating this web around them.
Are we any closer, Doctor?
No, except I'm positive that it's a Thurigan derivative that's the answer.
I will say it is very pretty. Poor pumpkin.
Mr. Spock didn't believe me either, did he, Doctor?
Well, nobody saw it but you, Uhura.
Then I didn't really see him, did I?
I think you did.
Will I become like Chekhov, Doctor?
No. We'll find an antidote.
Well, Chekhov screaming in the back room is in the background is not reassuring. And we got another one.
We're beginning to interface.
I'm all right.
No, he's not.
We are relatively stable at the moment. Why do you ask?
See?
I don't believe it. Mr. Spock, I've just seen Captain Kirk, and then he just disappeared.
Unless when they tried to beam him up, he's just floating around as a ghost.
Do you suppose they're seeing Jim because they've lost confidence in you?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Bones. Shush.
You can best serve them in your laboratory. I urge you to confine yourself to it until a remedy has been found.
Spock!
Oh, dear.
Must be this space is getting to me, too. I know it's nothing you've done, Spock. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's just so out of it right now.
I'm sure the captain would simply have said, "Forget it, Bones."
Aw. But it's not the same when you say it, and now Bones is out.
Mr. Spock!
He's there. He's trying to tell y'all something. Go in something, I don't know. I can't read lips, y'all. He keeps saying Spock, though, it looks like.
Am I all right, Doctor?
Oh, poor thing's been crying.
Then what I saw...
It was real. We all saw him. The captain's still alive.
See, you're not crazy, honey.
It blasted a hole right through that crazy space fabric, and only heaven knows where it sent the Defiant. That'll be about 20 minutes. But we'll only have about 80% power built up.
To your good health and the health of the crew.
You found the antidote, Doctor.
Perfect.
It's a diluted Thurigan derivative.
Thurigan, a nerve gas used by the Klingons. If I remember correctly, it caused fatality only when used in pure form.
Okay, that works.
Mixed with alcohol, it merely deadens certain nerve inputs to the brain.
Any decent brand of scotch will do that.
And down the hatch.
Does it make a good mix with scotch?
It should.
I'll let you know.
He took the whole thing. He was like, all right, I got my excuse to drink today.
I'll drink it down, Spock. It's the human thing to do. That's a medical order, Captain.
Come on.
Estimated time for completion of the Tholian Web.
2 minutes, sir.
We need to hurry up.
Mr. Spock, they're getting ready to close the web.
She's only up to 76%.
Oh, well.
Try to maintain position, Mr. Sulu.
Have we lost the captain?
We shall soon see, Lieutenant.
Wow, that was risky.
Since the captain was locked into our transporter beam, he should have been drawn here with us.
Mr. Spock, it's him.
Every time he pops up, it's just so funny.
Now, Doctor.
Finally. Now get that off of him and give him the shot, please.
Bones,
Welcome home, Jim.
I must say I prefer a crowded universe much better.
Aw, that's so sweet.
No problems between you.
None worth reporting, Captain.
I hope my last orders were helpful in solving any problems that you don't feel worth reporting.
What orders are you referring to, Jim?
The last taped orders.
Oh, those orders. Well, there wasn't time. We never had a chance to listen to them.
Stop that lying.
Well, I hope we won't have similar opportunities to test those orders which you never heard. Ahead, warp factor 2, Mr. Sulu.
Warp factor 2, sir.
The denial is so strong right now. All right, another one down. And I will say I do like how this one is very different from what I'm used to seeing with Star Trek. Of course, we see the Defiant and it's like, great. Another starship that came into some difficulty. However, I mean, we do see a reoccurring theme where like the whole crew is dead. Okay. Then we see that the Defiant is in this space structure that it caused it to disappear, and then we have the Tholians, and which come to find out I did actually pronounce that correctly in the beginning. I'm just like, what in the world is going on? Now, I will say at first I was kind of like, I wish we could kind of go a little bit back and forth with Captain Kirk and see what he's up to, but I actually, in the end, I do like the way that they did it. We still got to see him floating around, but I mean, he was by himself, so I don't know how interesting or how exciting they would have made that. I really did appreciate the fact that we really got to see this. We really got an episode that was more focused on the other members of the crew Not saying that I didn't miss Captain Kirk, but it just, this was different. It was really, really cool. Now, going into... Look, baby, we already knew that this was going to happen, that they were going to bring something back with them. Okay, they always do at this point. It's very, repetitive. But one thing I feel like the highlight, really, of the episode is the interaction between Spock and Bones. And I feel that they probably avoided telling Captain Kirk, yeah, we listened to the last tape. So that as to, I think they just kind of just want to put it behind them and be like, all right, this is between him and me at the end of the day. Yeah, we know that those were your final words, your final thoughts, and all that fun jazz, but we're just going to keep this between him and me. I get it. And it was just cool seeing, because I will admit I was getting a little frustrated with Bones, especially in this episode, only because they only had X amount of time to get things done. He's the only one that can really figure out this antidote, and he keeps coming up to the bridge. Now, part of that could potentially be because of the illness that was going around and it was causing people to act funny. Fortunately, he didn't go into a murderous, rampage, but it was just kind of like, Bones, how many times are you going to come up here? You need to be working. So that's where the frustration came in a little bit. Then he started going at Mr. Spock, and it's like, I want to see you do this. I want to see you in command. I want to see you try and do all this stuff when Captain Kirk isn't around. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, Bones, I really need you to chill out in this episode. But it was cool that, they got the chance to hear Captain Kirk's thoughts on how they can literally bring out the best in each other. It's cute, and it's fun when they go at each other and stuff. It's cute, but in times like this, y'all need to lift each other up. I understand that there's going to be conflict. I understand that you guys are going to bicker. I understand it's not always going to be sunshine, rainbows, kissy, kissy, happy, happy, whatever. No, baby, in times like this, when we are on a time crunch, bring out the best in each other and put your differences aside. So that's what I got out of it. And we are going to move on into this next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction to this one. And let's get straight into it.
We are responding to desperate distress calls from an unknown planet. It is rich in chironide deposits.
Are you from the spaceship Enterprise?
Now, who is that? Oh, is he short? Yes, he is.
I sing, I dance, and I'm a good loser. A very good loser. Now, would you please accompany me?
Well, he's got some pep in his step.
Our leader liked Plato's ideas. Platonius. We sometimes think of ourselves more as Plato's stepchildren.
Well, they came out the gate with it. What in the world? What in the world was that?
My spouse, his leg, come this way.
I suppose I scratched it.
Well, this explains why our gentleman in the beginning got snatched.
Filana, they came to help. They deserve better.
Is she doing all of this?
Alexander, you talk too much.
Oh, yeah, she's in control, baby.
This psychokinetic power of yours, how long have you had it?
2.5. Ever since our arrival here on Platonius.
She changed that answer.
Why no doctors?
We haven't had any pressing need for the medical arts. While still on Samdara, we instituted a mass eugenics program.
Ah.
We're bred for contemplation and self-reliance. How old would you say I am?
40.
35.
That old? I stopped aging at 30. I'm 2,300 years old.
Good for you.
So you see, we scarcely have to move anymore, let alone work. A break in the skin or a cut can be fatal.
Ah, okay. That explains a lot. So we're about to lose him, from what it sounds like.
I believe we're experiencing the psychokinetic manifestations of Parman's delirium.
Oh, it's affecting the Enterprise, too.
Captain, we're in the midst of a storm. 10-scale turbulence right now. If this keeps up, Captain, we can't last.
Oh, wow.
Parman's mind is not...
Woo! That was close.
He's tearing up the Enterprise as well. Holmes, knock him out fast.
Yeah, do something. Seriously, let Bones go.
Alexander. Oh!
It's not Alexander.
Don't stay there. Let him die.
The others will all kill each other trying to take his place. I can't breathe.
Oh no. Oh, you murderous person. Is he okay? Oh, thank goodness. Wow, the fact that he can still do that much damage while being, like, shot up with a sedative? Yeah, he's a problem.
Are there other Platonians like you?
What do you mean, like me?
Who don't have the psychokinetic ability?
Yeah, because clearly you don't.
Because they make fun of me for my size.
Well, they shouldn't do that.
To answer your question, I'm the only one who doesn't have it. I was brought here as the court buffoon.
Aww.
As far as I know, it just comes to you sometime after you're born.
We're happy without it.
You know, I believe you are. Where you come from, are there a lot of people without the power and my size?
Oh, he wants to go someplace where he can be happy.
Where I come from, size, shape, or color makes no difference.
Love that line.
Somebody wants me.
Oh, that's what happens every time they need him.
My concoction actually worked. The fever's broken.
If there ever was a time to get out of here, it's now. Kirk to Enterprise. Scotty, come in.
I'm afraid I can't do that, sir.
Oh, great.
It's not the turbulence, sir. Damage to the ship is minimal. The orbit is locked tighter than ever.
Forward in our plan.
Wow, he does everything.
I would like to know why the ship's instrumentation and weaponry is frozen.
You are mistaken, I assure you.
No, he's not.
I want the ship released immediately.
Guests, do not come barging in here, making demands and issuing orders.
Wow, and I thought the lady was in charge, and he was just a pawn or something. See, now you're just being disrespectful. Oh, jeez.
I don't know. I don't want to go, but I can't help myself.
Great. Now y'all are getting snatched up. He plays the horn, too.
To our noble captain, the shield carried by Pericles as a symbol of gallant leadership.
Are these items going to come in handy later on?
This kithera to pluck music to soothe his ever-active brow.
I mean, we know Mr. Spock is a musician.
This ancient collection of Greek cures, penned by Hippocrates himself.
The doctor receiving cures. Makes sense.
Has the Enterprise been released yet?
My humble apologies. You were badly used.
Extremely.
So please, find it in your heart to forgive me.
Okay. Release
Has
the Enterprise.
Been released yet?
But there is one final request.
Here we go.
It has become obvious to us all that we cannot afford to be without a skilled physician. We should like you, Dr. McCoy, to remain.
Oh, heck no.
That's impossible.
You will want for nothing.
The answer is no.
Okay, I have a solution. The Prime Directive. Leave people better off than how you found them. They didn't have a doctor, so tell them Starfleet will send one eventually.
We managed to live in peace and harmony.
Whose harmony? Plato wanted truth. And above all, justice.
Anyone can, at any moment, be or do anything he wishes.
And if his mind isn't strong enough, he gets torn apart like Alexander.
Thank you. That part.
Farewell, Captain.
Come on, bud.
I can't move, Jim.
Captain, go while you still can.
We're not leaving our doctor behind.
We're not leaving until McCoy is released.
I hope we can persuade you to join our tiny republic.
You won't persuade me.
I think we will.
I think you won't. Because that's just cheating. Oh, stop.
I Tweedledee, he's Tweedledum.
Not them having choreography. Oh, I would love to have seen something of the... Look, is Spock grinning? I would love to have seen them rehearsing this. Like, I know he's forcing him to do that, but that's funny.
Stop it! Don't do this to him, Carmen. He answers.
Oh.
That should be a given.
Stop it!
Wow, he knocked Spock out cold.
Well, Doctor?
Trying to force him to stay.
I have my orders.
As you wish, Doctor.
You don't hear.
Oh my gosh. You know, William Shatner does a good job twisting his body.
You will be happy to stay. It takes a little time, Doctor, but you will be happy to stay.
It takes time. Okay. Looking like a puppet master. All right, Happy Feet. Is he going to take over Alexander's job or something? Or is he just trying to annoy Captain Kirk? This is getting ridiculous at this point. Oh, wait. Mr. Spock, can't he use the Vulcan, his mind technique to snap him out of it? And now he's laughing. Or I should say he's being forced to laugh.
He's a Vulcan. You can't force emotion out of him. You'll destroy him.
We can't let him die laughing, can we?
Well, sobbing is worse. It's still emotion.
Spock.
Come on, man. Use your Vulcan ways to fight it.
Don't let them break you.
Aw, Alexander.
Don't.
What, have y'all reduced him to a dog, a cat, a goat?
He saved your life. I'm ashamed to be a Platonian. I'm ashamed.
Great, now you're next. You're kidding me right now. McCoy, I feel the same way.
How can you let this go on?
Well, Captain Kirk ordered him to not give in.
There is no medicine that can help him. He'll have to come through this himself.
He's a Vulcan. He's strong. He can do it.
I trust they did not injure you too much, Captain.
My muscles are sore, that's all.
Do you still feel anger toward Parman?
Great anger. And hatred.
Release it, gentlemen, as I must master mine.
Okay.
They have evoked such great hatred in me. I must control.
Oh, yeah, we need to reel this in.
Jim.
Back up.
They were treating you the same way they treat me, just like me. Only you fight them. They even told me I was lucky they bothered to keep me around at all, and I believed them. Look down. Don't meet their eyes. Smile. Smile. But you showed me what they really are.
Oh, that's good.
It's not my size, it's them.
Yes, they're the problem. Ooh. Now, what are you gonna do with that?
No, this is the best thing for them. No, I'm gonna cut them. I'm gonna cut them. Parman first, and they'll all get infected.
Child, he made a shank.
At least let me give them a taste of what they gave me.
In that case, what's the point in you dying too, Alexander?
That's the first time anybody ever thought of my life before his own.
Oh, wow.
Should have told you when you first came here that they were going to kill you, because I knew that when I was afraid.
Well, we can't blame you for being afraid, given the way that you've been treated.
Did the Platonians always have this power?
No, not until we came to this planet. It was exactly 6 months and 14 days after we got here that they started pushing me around.
Interesting.
How many months' supplies you brought with you?
4, I think. No, 3.
Their power developed 2 or 3 months after they started eating the native foods.
Oh.
Well, then why wouldn't Alexander have the same power as the others?
Right.
His system cannot absorb the crucial element.
Bones, I think it'd be a good idea if you took a reading of Alexander's blood.
Of course, Parman possesses the highest order of psychokinetic ability. I'll run both their blood samples through for a full comparative test in the tricorder.
And if our theory works out, we've got a weapon.
Yeah, you sure do.
The one significant difference is the concentration of kyanite.
Oh, they mentioned that in the beginning.
The same thing that kept me from having the power made me a dwarf.
Yeah.
Give us double the concentration in Parman's bloodstream.
It should work on him as well as us.
No, not after what they've done to me.
Oh, I would think he would want it.
You think that's what I want? Become one of them? Become my own enemy?
Oh, I see.
I want to move around for myself. If I'm going to laugh or cry, I want to do it for myself.
I appreciate that.
If you do make it out of here, take me with you.
Who we got? Oh, no. Well, it is nice to see her off of the... Oh, my gosh. What's wrong with them? They were forced to come down. And I was just saying it was nice to see Uhura off the Enterprise.
We were forced in the transporter and beamed down. It was like becoming someone's puppet.
This night is indeed a festive occasion, for tonight we welcome into that brotherhood its first new member. What would be better than a serenade from the laughing spaceman?
Oh no, leave him alone.
Take care, young ladies, and value your wine.
Aw, poor thing. I don't like the way they're using Spock in this.
Little and asks for so much.
However, the ladies do look very nice. I just noticed the furniture's moving.
Oh, how faithless and fickle. Make up your minds.
They're being forced to do this. What do you mean, make up their minds?
Please make them stop.
We have tried.
These are a sick people. Y'all are literally forcing them to... This is just terrible.
For so long, I've wanted to be close to you. Now all I want to do is crawl away and die.
Y'all, come on, don't do this to them.
Cupid's arrow kills Vulcans.
I don't like this one bit.
I'm so frightened, Captain.
Oh, is this... Yeah, this is it.
Try not to think of them.
Ah, poor Spock in Nurse Chapel.
And I would hear your voice from all parts of the ship, and my fears would fade. I am not afraid.
And... Ma'am. What is all of that? They're gonna make them fight now? What in the world?
And you have to torture us to convince yourselves you're superior.
Stop it, Carmen! Stop it!
He likes to play with knives very well.
Great. You're not gonna make him stab himself, are you?
Who did that?
So it's finally kicked in.
I did.
Impossible.
Quite possible. And logical.
Not only do we have your psychokinetic ability, but at twice your power level.
Not twice mine.
See, McCoy should have given them a triple dose.
Captain, no! I beg of you.
Oh, so now you want to beg?
I do not wish to die. Don't stop me. Let me finish him off.
Do you want to be like him?
Think it through. Oh, he gave him the power of choice.
I could have had your power, but I didn't want it. But the sight of you and your academician sickens me.
Sickens me, too.
You're the most contemptible things that ever lived in this universe.
To us, killing is murder, even for revenge.
Yep.
Of late, I have begun to think that we have become bizarre and unproductive.
For heaven's sake.
I don't believe you.
Me neither.
We must expect, Parman, that the moment we leave here, your fear would be gone, and you would again be as sadistic and as arrogant as your 2,500 years have made you.
I agree with that.
You're very good at making speeches, Parman. Just make sure that this one sinks in.
Alexander. Mr. Scott, prepare to beam us up. I have a little surprise for you.
Oh, geez, you just had to say little. Okay, this is probably like my third, maybe, attempt to try and express how this episode made me feel. Because I keep feeling like I'm saying stuff that's extremely, extremely harsh. Okay, so the positives about the episode that I personally liked. I really liked the fact that they had a character on here because, you know, Star Trek does show a lot of diversity, which I really appreciate. And I did appreciate that we had the character of Alexander. Really loved to see him. At first, the episode was comical for me, but then it became uncomfortable for me. And the reason why it became uncomfortable is because of how much the characters were being forced to do things against their will. Now, I understand that we see that in Star Trek, where these alien beings, they force the members of the Enterprise to do things they don't want to do. But this took it to a level that made me a bit uncomfortable. So if that's what the episode was attempting to accomplish, they did accomplish that with me. And the things that made me the most uncomfortable, well, first, let's talk about a few more positives, actually, before we get into that. I did like the fact that they were able to figure out, by comparing Alexander's blood to the leader's blood, like what the difference was, and they were able to just so quickly come up with something to inject themselves with. Now, as I mentioned, they probably needed a triple or quadruple dose to speed it up a little bit more, but, you know, I digress. I understand that this particular episode featured the first interracial kiss, right? That was aired on television. Now, I did a little quick research a moment ago, and for some reason, like some sources were saying that this isn't actually the first one, but we're going to just move past that. And I think what bothered me with this is that not the fact that they kissed, the kiss isn't the issue. It's the fact that they were forced to kiss each other. I was expecting something a little different. It made me uncomfortable that they were forced to kiss each other. It made me uncomfortable that Mr. Spock and Nurse Chapel were forced to kiss each other against their will. Because one of the things I always talk about on this channel, if you've been watching me long enough, I always talk about consent, and that's where the uncomfortableness is coming from for me, especially when it comes to physically putting your hands on somebody. The episode completely lost me there, really. There was that, and then the other thing that made me uncomfortable was Captain Kirk with the whip in the direction of Lieutenant Uhura. That put a bad taste in my mouth as well. So I will say another positive about the episode was that moment with Alexander where he was able to have that moment of choice, because he gave that speech where he said he didn't want to be like them. He doesn't want that power. He knows what it feels like to be manipulated and forced to do things against your will. And he just did not want that. And Captain Kirk, and remember, he broke what was that? Like a vase, something. And he wanted to go and hurt them, but Captain Kirk was able to talk him down. But in that moment, he gave him choice, the ability to make the decision. Do you want to go down this route, or do you want to be the bigger person? And he chose to be the bigger person. Now, do I believe the leader's speech? No, I don't believe him as far as I can throw him. You had that power, and all of a sudden you're going to turn a new leaf just because outsiders now have the secret to your power. If all you got to do is just eat a bunch of food in order to enhance yourself, I mean, anyway. Yeah. Okay. To my lovely YouTube family, there you have it. All right. Another video down. We're going to just move on to the next two. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and please hit that notification bell so that you guys know whenever I upload. Because when I upload, yes, y'all do come running. And I appreciate that. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in whichever video you decide to watch. Bye.